WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany. Today I'm the Bottle Market 2019 in Bremen, Germany, together with
Adrian Hoose, one of the directors at Claxtons.
All right, Claxton is one of the new kids on the block, is what I have said a little bit, and it's very, very interesting. You're an independent bottler. How did that happen? Am I right with that?
You are absolutely correct. Yeah, so you may notice that I don't have a Scottish accent. We are from the north of England, traditionally. But we started off with basically a passion for collecting single malt Scotch whiskies, much like most of the people at the festival today. That was kind of born out of my father and my father-in-law were very much into whiskey. They always had a passion for finding new, different types of whiskies. It was never about the, we've just got the bagpipes going at the moment, but never about drinking the same style of whiskey every single time we came to a whiskey. We always wanted the variety. So we're always a big passionate family, both my wife's family and my family, who created the company, hence the name Claxton, which is my wife's family name.
Okay.
There was always a big passion for whiskey, and it was always about that exploration. So we knew that we were going to go into the industry, but we started very much from the perspective of a consumer, if you like, a collector. So we did our first bottlings.
When was that?
2016.
Okay, right,
So we did our first bottlings in 2016, and they pretty much grew from there, really. So we've always had a focus on sort of low quantity, high quality outturns. We always try and put a breadth of different whiskies out. Always single cask, always cask strength, natural colour, non-chill filtered, exactly how nature intended it, if you like.
And the geeks love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are the geeks, so you know it's important for us as it is for anyone else. I think it's fair to say that within a short period of time, we've gained quite a lot of loyal followers, should we say?
Recognition and
which we're very grateful for. We don't purport to be, you know, masters of the art or anything. We just purport to be passionate whiskey drinkers, and I think a lot of people have sort of subscribed to that with us. So perhaps most excitingly for us, we've got a new outturn here today, our winter release.
How often do you release? Is it twice a year or 3 times?
So between 3 and 4 times a year, but a handful of casks. We do some special exclusive releases as well. We do our own sort of maturation exclusive releases, but our house releases, if you like, our selection of house casks, between 3 and 4 times a year. But what's particularly exciting about these, I have to say...
Here, you hear it first.
Absolutely, a world exclusive. This new release, the winter release, is the first one to be bottled at our new maturation warehouses in the lowlands. So we've recently renovated some 17th century buildings, traditional stone style, Dunwich style maturation warehouses. And the releases today are the first ones to be released from those warehouses. So a new operation. We brought all of our casks under one roof, and a beautiful 7,000 acre private estate in the lowlands of Scotland. Wonderful fresh air, surrounded by a loch, countryside, stunning location, and we're currently renovating our own tasting room. So very quiet, peaceful surroundings, perfect for maturing whiskey. And finally, we have to get our hands dirty rolling the casks ourselves as well. So, yeah, pretty special.
All right, good. Tell me a little bit about the winter outturn here. What bottles do you have with you here in Germany?
So I have one in my hand, and this is the first bottling we've actually ever done at the Dalswinton facility. And this is a 23-year-old Ben Nevis. So distilled at Ben Nevis Distillery, matured for 23 years in a sherry boat. I don't know if you can see in the camera there, but it's got not a huge amount of the sherry cask influence in it, but it's definitely there, and that's please do. But
it's there.
It's there, but it's really well balanced off against the complexity of the Ben Nevis spirit. And the reason we chose this as the first bottling to be done at the new warehouse was well, because we thought it was a very special cask of whiskey, really. So we wanted to mark the first bottling with something particularly special.
Okay.
And we did that with this Ben Nevis. Huge amount of complexity to it, lots of minerality. So one of the oldest bottlings of the new release, 23-year-old Ben Nevis in the sherry book. Beautiful. Definitely my go-to dram.
That's interesting. You always have some new, some younger, and you always have a couple of older things that are a little bit of stealth. That it's like, oh, did you hear about that? No. Oh, go get it because it's fabulous and it's only here sometimes. What else do you have this time?
Yeah,
I'll turn.
You're absolutely right. Again, you know, we always try to put a breadth of styles out. I mean, I'll run through a few. Perhaps quite interestingly, we've got a Craigellachie here, 12-year-old Craigellachie, Speyside Distillery. You'll know that that's got quite a sort of robust sort of style and flavour to it. This is an archetypal example of that. Lovely bit of complexity for a young whiskey. Perhaps quite interestingly, as we know from rolling these casks into our own warehouse, it's been matured in, shall we say, how can we put this carefully, an old cask from somewhere in the region of Skye, should we say? So quite
as if there was an old distillery on the island of Skye.
In that general,
maybe with an A
area, maybe we should say. So quite interesting. A couple of other great ones. We've got an absolute sherry bomb.
It really looks dark.
Jura, 9-year-old Jura, absolute sherry bomb there. Lots of robust sherry influence. If you like a sherry bomb, classic example, well balanced. Perhaps
one more. What do we have here?
Something. One more. Stealing all your airtime.
All right. No, I don't
So
care.
we've got this is perhaps one of the most interesting.
Yeah.
This is an 18-year-old Bruichladdich Port Charlotte style make. And this is matured in a rum cask. So this is one of the oldest of that make style that we've seen available. A wonderful combination between the Port Charlotte style of dry smoke and the rum cask influence. Now, we think it's a West Indian rum cask, and the balance of the two gives it quite a sort of more traditional style Isle of Smoke. But obviously 18 years of maturation, huge amount of complexity. Been very popular.
I'm going to grab one more. What's this?
What's that? Funny you should pick that up.
Okay, it's funny I should bring that up. It looked interesting.
Yeah, so this is a 22-year-old whiskey distilled at Springbank Distillery in Campbellton.
People love Springbank, don't they?
They do love Springbank, and for good reason. I mean, the quality of the spirit is absolutely phenomenal, and this is no exception. This has a huge amount of fruits. We've got a lot of sort of green apple elements to it, like if you think green apple skin, so slight minerality, slight bit of bitterness, but just in the right way, backed out by huge amounts of fruit, bursting with fruit. And there's been quite a few very positive reviews and high scores, should we say, from respectable independent reviewers in the industry.
Say again?
Perhaps.
Oh, I didn't know. I was just guessing. I mean, there's someone out there.
Yeah. Very, a 93-point score from the venerable Serge from Whiskey Film. So
exactly.
Yeah. We were very pleased with this one. A great whiskey, obviously.
Yep, great. Of course. Very, very good. Where can we buy them? Where can we find them?
So you can get them from in Germany. You can get these from Pinkenel's Whiskey Market. Right. There we go.
And if I'm in England, or if I'm in the States, do you ship to the States or Australia?
We ship to the States at the moment, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but I'm sure that those fans of our whiskies, we could find a way. If you know
but in UK, you're on. Are you the Whiskey Exchange?
We're on Whiskey Exchange.
See, they send to the States, Masters of Malt.
And we work with quite a lot of specialist retailers as well. I mean, obviously it's small quantities that we have, so we tend to send small amounts to a wide range of countries. I mean, a lot in Europe, a lot in Asia and what have you. So, a good spread, but small quantities. Yeah.
WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of American, together with
Adrian Hoose
from
Claxtons Sprits.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.